dedicated to all them writers, colouring in the city, making it look pretty. All the writers manipulating rainbows, sketching out their masterpieces. I'm in the park and I'm searching for caps. Is it stock 94, yellow skinny or New York fast? Cause I'm about to put this wall on. For me, it's interesting, it might be a case you're just doodling, so you might be concentrating on something else with a pad, you know, you've got this paper there, you just start doodling, you might throw a line and then it forms another line, and then you might think, actually, that looks like a different A that I'd normally do, and from there you just start piecing it together. Or you might go straight to the wall and you haven't got an idea. Same as an MC will freestyle, sometimes you'll hit a wall and you will just think, where do I go with this? And you'll just start painting and see what happens. See, I don't strive to be top 5 dead or alive. As long as I dead the cipher, then my 5 will be live. Minutes of fame, gimmicks are lame, spin and re-aim. I spit a tongue twister just to blister your frame. It's a cyanide 16er, I ain't side without the crippled demeanor. Extra leaner, Ramina. Nottingham had 2 or 3 waves of hip hop. So obviously we had the Rock City phase where everybody used to go to Rock City on Saturday afternoons. That's just what I call it. That's when we all started b-boying. And then, yeah, there was the 90s where you had Mr. 4-5 coming out and you had AMK with it, then you had Out the Ville a little bit later coming out. So the 90s had, and that was a transition period between people or MCs rhyming American and rhyming British, because Nottingham was always a very, very Americanized twang city. You know, we, as Lost Island, me and Starley, we went through a little bit later. We still had the American twangs, and at some point people changed and everyone started rhyming British. When I grew up on Dipset, I used to think, when I was like 13, 14, I used to think I was Killa Cam. Like, I used to sound like Killa Cam, I used to dress like Killa Cam, you know what I mean? But then it clicked, like, you know what, like, Killa comes from Harlem, he's from Harlem, that's where he's not trying to sound like friggin' Tupac from West Coast, you know what I mean? He's trying to sound like Cameron from Harlem, you know what I mean? And that clicked with me, like, I'm from Nartz, innit? Like, it's gonna be the lines, the punchlines, the lines are gonna be much stronger if I spit it in my Nottingham accent. I'm around shooters like when the aim is impeccable. Go from chopping up that work inside the trap to spiritual dialogue, half a pint up in Weatherspoon's polarity, the contrast of being locked in the majesty to dining with, having your will inside of the palisades, armed soldiers greeting man with hands to shake. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I see some runs to make, I'm coming. A lot of the Nottingham young MCs, I listen to them because I want to know what's going on. If I got in a cypher with them, would I expect them to look at me and understand what I'm doing? Maybe, maybe not. Would I want to be able to understand them? Yeah, because that's the way I look. I want to understand what everyone's doing. It doesn't mean I'm going to follow and do it, because that's not my era, that's not where I'm from. I connect with, like I said, I grew up on Nas, Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? DMX, I grew up at that 90s feel, early 2000s, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I was raised on, you know what I mean? So that's all about bars, content, skills, lyrical skills, you know what I mean? And today's expression, art form that's in at the moment is more the wavy flows, the melodies. That's what's in, you know what I mean? So yeah, my music, I believe so. I connect with the young people as well as the old people, you know what I mean? Through, like I said, through the lyrics, through the lyrical skills, but at the same time being relevant to the younger people, like having a little wave there at the same time, you know what I mean? You would have ever guessed what she did. She did like that since the white kiss. She even smashed up her and gripped the front of your blue and rolled off with it. Wow, I know that far, put the ball down fast on the whip through it. Head gone, right, six, I'm on the rest, back, red card that shit. Straight, red card that shit. I don't want to see no waste antics. I don't want to see no clearing music. I don't want to hear that shit. I still listen to everything. I'll flick through YouTube at times and pick one artist and then look at the related artists, just to find out what people are doing, how they're flowing, what they're saying. Some of it I like, some of it, I've got to be real about this, some of it's trash, but I'm not meant to understand it. Big Trev told me something once, a few years ago, when we were talking about road rap, and it really pinpointed it. He said, Duncan, you're not meant to understand it. The same way as when I was 20 or 17, would my 45-year-old parents, would they understand it? No, they weren't meant to understand it. It's always the next generation finding something that is theirs and it's precious to them.
Ooh, you on the check, mate. Man, I'm going hard till I ending. Tight cause I've been on the M-way. Tight cause I'm putting in miles. I'm the ghost that's trying to get beat while coming with styles.
So we're blending the genres, we're blending the grime with the trap with the rap. That's paramount to your campaign at the moment. I mean, you can't Not to say that we can't do it offline. It's obviously you have to be out in the real world, performing, meeting people, networking. But you're performing and meeting people and networking to have the links on the social media. So people, most likely, before they give you their numbers nowadays, they give you their email addresses, they give you their Instagram, they give you their Twitter.
What you got to remember is we did this in times where it was harder. To put records out, it was harder because it was physical records that we were trying to put out. It wasn't a case you could upload things to a digital platform. I think what the youngsters now have that we didn't have was mentors, peers and role models. Just people they can speak to and saying, how did you do this and what happened, or what can I do here and how can I improve it?
So I guess it doesn't really matter if you're 14 or if you're 45. We all have one thing in common. We love to create and we all love Nottingham hip hop.